Dear Dino, you just turned 18 and I know that you should be excited, but all you can feel is uncertainty. You have no idea where you'll be in a year or 2 or 5, and that terrifies you. I want to tell you that you don't have to have it all figured out. I want to tell you that thinking you're supposed to is crippling. You can't stop thinking about what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. I want to be there to tell you where you're at is just fine. You're okay just the way you are, and no amount of the shame that you feel is deserved. You're gonna be fine, and one day very soon, this will be a memory. Maybe you'll never decide what you want to be when you grow up, but maybe that can be beautiful. Not everybody has to be a career-oriented person. It's fine to put your attention elsewhere for now and worry about the rest later. I know that you feel too much. You always did. There are reasons for that, and you'll figure them out later, but for right now, just know that you aren't alone. You never were. You've been masking for years without realizing it, and that took a toll on you. I wish I could be there to explain what that means and tell you all about neurodiversity. I could tell you all the things I've learned about us and about how to regulate yourself. But for right now, I need you to know that you aren't too complicated, that it's okay to have needs, that suppressing your needs hurts you more than you even realize, and that you aren't weird. I want to be there, just to be there for you. I want to let you know that every day you're turning into the person you needed. It just takes time. I want to let you know that there's no standard you have to meet to be worthy of love. There's no standard you have to meet to be proud of just making it another day. Because every day you're learning how to use your voice in new ways. Every day you're learning what your voice even is in the first place. Just take your time and know that your pace is the right one. You might not always be where you want to be, but that's the nature of desire. You'll always have somewhere you wish you were. That isn't because you haven't been good enough to get there. We'll always want more than what we have because that's what humans do. I want you to know that healing is important, both on a day-to-day and long-term basis. You have things to heal just like everyone else, and should give yourself the grace to do so. I want you to know that comparing yourself to others doesn't serve you. Those people have different paths. They're in different cars with different wheels and different engines. How fast they're going has nothing to do with you and your life. I want you to see our apartment, not because it's pretty or clean, but because it's ours. I want you to see our full-time job and the fact that our bills get paid, the fact that our kitchen has food in it, the fact that I still like to go on walks just because, and I finally got to play an electric guitar, that we still like cartoons and we've recorded songs and so many other things. I want you to see into the future so you can know who we're becoming and who we have become. To know that where you're at now is just a chapter in the book. I know it feels like a hole within itself, but that's just your perspective. I want you to know there are infinite paths to happiness, and all we're tasked with is finding a single one. So start looking as soon as you can. As soon as you feel ready. I want you to know that you don't have to become something grand. You can just be a person in a small town with a small job and a small life, and that doesn't make you any more imperfect. Stay on your path, wherever that may lead you. You're doing okay, even when it seems like you're not. Even when it seems like it's all crumbling, it's just a part of your journey. Don't panic. Stay calm through the storm. Accepting where you are is the first step to building a life. You'll realize this soon enough. I know that right now it's tough. You aren't going to college right after high school, and not having structure for the first time in your life is daunting. You deserve the time to recover from this. You deserve the time to recover from not having daily access to your friends, to your school, where you spent half your time growing up. Recover from not having a reason to make coffee in the morning, from completely losing your favorite people in the world. It's okay. Take your time. Even though you knew it was coming, you weren't prepared. You didn't realize how drastic the change would be. And we don't deal well with drastic change. Just remember that you have value through all of this. That just because you may struggle sometimes doesn't mean all you are is struggle. You're a beautiful person, full of potential and love, and you'll find your place. But even if you don't, we'll still be here. Life is long and short and everything in between. Remember to stay yourself through it all. Remember to write your poems and sing your songs and take a walk just because. Do the things that make a healthy you, even when you don't feel like it. Remember that it isn't on you to save the world. It isn't on you to save anyone except yourself. That's a lesson I'm still working on until today. Remember that it's okay to grieve what could have been. It's okay to acknowledge lost potential, to cry for it and wonder about it and everything else. But also remember, time spent in the past is time that could be spent building your future. Remember, no matter what situation you're in, it's best to go into it knowing you'll be okay. Knowing that your life will remain one worth living, and that you're always just a bit of time away from that next tea or coffee, that next good night's sleep. Remember that the sun will rise again, and all of that is square one.